Let's dive into this, y'all. We finally know why everyone's leaving FaZe. Interesting.
Don't care who you are. Don't care if it's my own brother, bro. You're my brother. I'm snitching. I'm sorry, but like that's just wrong. And brother, everything I say on my mother's heartbeat, everything I'm saying is true. And I just genuinely hope he can confess to it. This dude looks me in my eyes and says, "Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had a threesome with two 16-year-olds." Bro,
what? What? Yo, bro, come. Yo, what? Threesome with 16-year-olds? Am I tripping though? Am I tripping?
like,
What?
How could you tell me that?
We're all face, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
And I don't know what to do or what to say at this point, but all I can say is, I mean, if it hasn't been said enough already.
Whoa. I gotta say this, y'all, man. You guys, bro, I know we, as a young man, if you're a young man out there watching, or any other person out there, I just gotta say, man, just be careful what you do, bro. Careful of how you move. I'd always make sure you always ask the age, man. Make sure you know which age they are, you feel me? So don't be moving like that, man. That's so unacceptable, bro. Like 17 or 16? For real?
On this call, stay away from underage girls, boys and girls. We have a lot of young men watching this stream right now. It's clearly and obviously not worth it. We're talking about a company and a brotherhood that was built over the course of how long, Rain? 15 years more or less, right? And it's clearly coming to an end, you know?
If you thought FaZe was coming apart as it seems before, then man, oh man, this takes the cake. Yesterday, a member of the original FaZe group, FaZe Rain, came to social media with some shocking news that a lot of people weren't expecting. It was totally out of the blue, out of the random, but at this specific time in the state that FaZe is in right now, where Banks is off the internet, Max just left for some very cryptic reasons. To be quite honest with you, this is the last thing that they needed, but the world...
Yo, I gotta say this, man. I think Max, whatever you did, man, that was smart, bro. Black Boy Max did the right thing by leaving FaZe, bro. That's all I gotta say, man.
Needed to hear the fact that one of the members in the FaZe clan was having sexual relations with somebody who was a child, underage.
I want to put everything to do with me and FaZe to rest, bro, because there is so much I haven't said. And honestly, at this point, bro, I don't give a I think I'm going to collect my thoughts tomorrow and I'm going to say everything, bro. Every single thing that I know. And I'm going to collect my thoughts because I have an eidetic memory. So I remember everything and anything. Not only did you guys air me out, y'all mother sold me out, y'all scammed me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, I've not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I've been up over that pedo like 2 years, bro.
Now you knew all this time, eh? You've known this whole time. Now they niggas, they don't want anything to do with you. Now you like, I'm gonna tell on them. But you wrong too.
Nothing about it.
Now, for those of you who are probably looking at the screen, questionable, that is FaZe Rain, somebody who is a part of what the new age era calls the old FaZe. This isn't about, you know, Silky. This isn't about Ron. This isn't about Max, Rage, Lacey. This isn't about Jason. This isn't about any of those new guys. But it's about the old FaZe, the entire organization, and seemingly some secrets behind dealing with some children. Now, there were a lot of other things mentioned because that old FaZe generation, I've been noticing there's been a little bit of bitterness in the water, and some of them have spoken out since, but this is now just FaZe Rain's turn to kind of give his take and his opinion on this brotherhood that was established between these guys and what has happened since, you know, him distancing himself, since the changes, etc., etc. And honestly, it doesn't look the best. A video back in 2022 started some of his earlier grievances with the company and the brand itself.
This is a decade-long problem, man, with a lot of legal shit around it. So now it's turned into multiple problems. It's not just the initial problem I had in the beginning. It's a lot deeper than that. And yes, I'm going to say this now because they're probably going to try to say, well, he's only doing this because we owe him money and he's mad. They do owe me money, yes, and they haven't taken care of me, yes, and the money that I bought the Counter-Strike team for, it took them 6 years to pay me back, yes, I never got $1 or a brand deal, yes, that's all true. They're going to say that, and that is a frustration of mine, but
At least he's being honest, though. At least he's being honest about why he's saying it. Basically, what this guy is saying is he's been not saying it for 2 years now because they don't pay him. Now he gonna odd them. So that's why they say.
obviously held that in for years. I held that frustration in for years, and it was never the reason that I was going to do this or speak publicly, because if they just owed me money, I would have handled it a different way.
But I gotta say, yo, that's not an excuse though. That's not an excuse for not saying anything about such behavior or whatever happened on the situation that allegedly.
This is a lot deeper than that, and a lot of my brothers don't see the actual issue here. They are being taken advantage of.
But there's two things I took away from that in the research of this video is that one, this group things, there was a big brand buyout from FaZe. There was a lot of stuff going on legally. So I can understand how, you know, there might be some frustrations there. That stuff has already been squashed for the most part. You know, I know that there's still some people who are jaded about the situation, but nonetheless, that's not my business. But two, and most importantly, which leads us to this conversation today, is that he's still holding some stuff in. There's still some things that he's not 100% spilling the beans on, which leads us to these pedo allegations.
I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a fucking involved too, bro. I don't give a fuck if I get sued. I could give a fuck less. I always stand up for what's right. That was the final straw, bro.
Oh, you always stand up for what's right, my guy. So you stand up for what's right. If you really stand on business and what you say, right? You should have said it 2 years ago. So that's how you want to say it, huh? You really that guy, bro. Alright, man.
If it's in your heart, brother, speak it. It's gonna come out eventually. Now,
True.
The only issue that I do have with what he said is not by saying the initial name in the beginning. There's a specific reason why, and I'll get to that in a minute. But if there is somebody who is out there touching and messing with kids, let the world know so we can shun them, so we can have the proper opinion on them, so we can understand who we're dealing with in real time. The reason why I did not like the fact that he kind of left it up to open air and interpretation is because, one, there are a lot of members in FaZe. My first thought was, who could this be? I went down the timeline, somebody threw out the name like Bronny James, and I was like, what? But then I had to realize Bronny is also a kid, so it definitely couldn't have been Bronny. But nonetheless, I also knew that a lot of people would be very, very mean in this conversation. There's two people in particular that I knew would probably get the brunt of this, and that is Max because he just left, and then also Banks because he is somebody who the internet feels very much up in the air about, especially after leaving the internet after seemingly scamming Aiden Ross and some other people out of some cryptocurrency. I knew that they would get unfair treatment in this conversation, so I am glad that Banks came out and actually cleared this up, because this is a serious allegation. Even if people feel like I should feel some sort of way about Banks, even if you feel some sort of way about Banks, yeah, he might have scammed some people. He does not need pedo allegations. That's crazy.
First thing I'm gonna say in this video is I'm not a Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm being accused that I'm a being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck. The first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation. That's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now. Norton, pause. You're saying that FaZe Temper is a which that is who he's talking about in the clip. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him and I'm calling Apex, because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norton and Tommy, or Norton and Apex are the closest on the team. So obviously if Norton's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norton, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously Rain is coming back, standing firm.
Banks goes on to pretty much say that after Rain tells him that Temper is this pedo, he then patches in Apex and Temper into the phone call, in which Temper refuses to acknowledge these accusations, says that, hey, you're misremembering these things, Rain, etc., and they go back and forth. But hearing from Rain, the person who's calling out this pedo in this situation, it seems that he has a pretty vivid memory as to what happened.
Tommy said this verbatim. He said it wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's 17.
Brother,
What?
it doesn't even make it. I doesn't even make it. This shit get worse, bro. So now he's not 16, now he's 17. As if that's gonna change anything, bro. Like, it is, bro. 17, I don't know, like, the age of consent, isn't it 18? I don't know how it works there, but he is like 18 years, the age of consent. I don't know, man.
One was 17 and the other one watched. That's what he said. And then he started bringing
What?
up all these random laws. I don't even know, these weird consent laws, like Romeo and Juliet, this, yada, I don't fucking know. And even Banks calls me after and he's like, bro, what the fuck is like up with that law shit that he brought up? So he knows he did some shit that was wrong. He knows that. It's just, I don't like the denying of it. And I feel like in this video, you're trying to paint me like I'm lying and making shit up and just saying shit to say shit when you know that's not the truth, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that. That's some weird stuff. But a lot of the FaZe group is weird. People were digging up Temper's tweets from 2012. Mind you, he was born in 93. That kind of validates some of these claims in the court of public opinion. I don't know. It's extremely, extremely nasty.
Odd, but I got nothing to do. I think it's just like this happened. This like. Dude, because I don't know the specifics of anything.
Now, there are wild accusations being thrown around the internet. And the beautiful thing about the internet, and I say this oftentimes, is that most of the time, the other person exists on the internet. So we don't have to wait too long to hear Temper give his actual opinions on this or what he's saying. And of course, it's filled with deflections and denial. And not that I'm saying that I've picked a side. I just think that it's very interesting as to how he says a bunch of stuff. And that bunch of stuff has nothing to do with the situation. His first video specifically.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and to that my name is in the same breath as the word is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the—
Hey, buddy, look at the cam, bro. Like, I'm not saying anything, but hey, I gotta be real for you. One thing you gotta tell when in human psychology, when somebody's low-key lying, they are going to be afraid to look at the cam. That's one thing you're gonna know. They're gonna talk about like, I just wanna make sure that look at the cam, buddy.
Furthest thing from what you called me.
We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
How could you go from denying to admitting all in the same breath?
That's the thing, bro. Isn't he the one that was just denying it? Now he's just out here outing himself, which he should. And should have done it 2 years ago.
And look, the devil is in the details, because the way that Tommy or Temper or whatever his name is goes on to give 3 extra minutes of just story time about how he's a father, he proposed to his girl, etc.
Oh, no, bro. He was married. He had a child. Bruh, how could you go cheat on your wife with a 17-year-old? Just trying to make sense out of it, man. Come on, bro. This should get even worse, bro. It can get worse than this, bro. Ugh, man, come on.
Lets me know that he did do these things and he's not owning up to and admitting. But also, there's some things that are important that he left out that don't line up with even Banks' story, like Banks and Rain's story, which I find to be very...
Allegedly, by the way. Allegedly.
Very interesting.
I'm going to say about the Tommy situation because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit because originally it was 2 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything. But you never said that, not once. Literally not fucking once. This is news to me that you didn't know.
Another one bites the dust. Now, I want to be clear. This doesn't affect FaZe as a whole, and I'm not making some sweeping indictment on them. How this does affect the bigger group and the name and stuff like that going forward is, you know, up to the internet's interpretation. But these are 2 dudes who have distanced themselves from the group, at least the new version of the group, publicly for a long time. I just think that it's so strange that we exist on the internet with all these people who have been touching and doing stuff to kids. Like, it's been a long time, which kudos to the fact that it's been a long time, because I remember we were going through a stretch of videos on this channel calling out preds. You know, I'm talking people like Dr. Disrespect and the others that were dealing with children that were public facing on the internet. Weird shit like that. But listening to Marcus King's reaction about this situation made me really think about who people should be aligning with, whether it be from a fan's perspective or from like...
Alright, man. I gotta say this, man. Please, guys, be careful out there what you do. Always be a responsible citizen, and also make sure, man, you don't go around, you know, doing this type of stuff, especially with people that are underage, bro. Like that's so unacceptable. And I have to say this, man, thank you for watching the video to the end. I appreciate you watching. I would appreciate a sub from y'all, man. Peace.